Hey, welcome to Cow-Free Kicks. On this channel, I review leather-free sneakers only, and I've got an absolute banger for the winter months. It is the Salomon XT-RUSH 2 GORE-TEX. Welcome to the channel. When I review a pair of sneakers, I always look into 5 different categories that I think are really important when you're making that decision to buy your next sneaker, and they are looks, comfort, weight, breathability, and price. And then at the end of the video, I will give the Salomon XT-RUSH 2 GORE-TEX an overall rating out of 5 stars. If you do like what you're seeing as you're going along and you want to share a little bit of extra support for the channel, please do not forget to click the little thumbs up like button below on your device. And once you're down there, and if you've not done so already, please take time to subscribe to the channel. So let's start this review, as we always do, by first checking them out on feet. Currently available in 5 different colorways via the Salomon website. The Salomon XT-RUSH 2 GORE-TEX for me are definitely best in this triple black colorway. And again, if you're not sure what triple black means, it's just every element of the shoe is the same color. So this is triple black because the upper is in black, the midsole is in black, and the outsole is in black as well. I just think overall, if you're going to have a winter trail inspired shoe, you want to get the darkest pair possible, just because you know they're going to get a little bit wet and a little bit muddy, and especially having a GORE-TEX membrane like this pair does as well, they're going to be fully waterproof. So these are fully designed to be a very, very nice trail shoe for the winter, but also an everyday lifestyle sneaker as well, because obviously Salomon have done massive things in the past few years with these trail inspired sneakers becoming a run-of-the-mill lifestyle shoe as well. And these are definitely going to get you through the winter months. I mean, they're just such a rugged pair of sneakers. Now, to start with, you have a SensiFit lacing system, which means you have this corded system here with this little tab, this little bracket here that pulls the laces in. So when you pull this here, the whole lacing system pulls in, and it also pulls in the gray areas you can see that are cabled onto the shoe here, and it runs all the way around to the heel. So it pulls in the whole sneaker, creating a really nice, snug, comfortable, secure fit on top of your feet. It's then also got the Contra Grip outsole system on this shoe, incredibly rugged with different directions for extra traction going on with this V-shaped Contra Grip outsole. Incredibly rugged. You've also got that Agile Chassis System with this sneaker. We'll talk more about that in the comfort section, but it's this plastic that you can see here that runs from the heel of the shoe all the way through the midfoot towards the toe of the sneaker, and that is a plastic plate template that is underneath your foot and just inside the midsole unit that creates extra support and stability to stop foot roll, which in these is impossible. They're an absolutely rigid pair of sneakers, so they're incredibly stable. Overall, the upper of the sneaker is made from 100% textile polyester. You do get extra areas around the toe box that's got TPU detailing for extra rigidity around the front and also durability. You've got a little bit of the branding there with the GORE-TEX at the front. You get the wavy effect, which is the lacing pull-in system just there, and that sits on top of ripstop fabric that you get in the middle of the foot on both sides of the shoe. And ripstop fabric is little squares of fabric that if you rip a small amount, it won't continue outside of those squares. So again, it's just adding an extra element to make these sneakers incredibly hard wearing, that you've got that fabric in the shoe. You move towards the heel of the sneaker, you've got a heel pull, which you will need for these because it's got quite a tight foothold, but we'll talk about that again in the comfort section. And it's also got this incredibly large plated TPU system at the back with a very rugged heel unit. You can see there's a little bit more branding there with the XT-RUSH 2. On the tongue of the sneaker, you actually get the Salomon branding, which is just there with the S. And on the inside of the sneaker, you've got an Ortholite midsole. Overall, I think these are a really good looking shoe. Even though they are trail inspired, I definitely think you can get away with wearing these as an everyday lifestyle sneaker, because looks wise, I think the profile of them and I think the detailing on them as well is subtle enough and kind of moves away from the trail system enough to make them a nice everyday lifestyle sneaker. Now let's move on to their comfort, where I want to put this foam midsole to the test on my back doorstep. We touched on it in the last section of the video, but now talking more about the comfort that this Agile Chassis System brings. This ACS system that you can see running with the shiny plastic through the midsole towards the middle of the foot and towards the heel. It is a plated system, so it runs throughout the bottom of the sneaker to stop foot roll and create extra stability when you're planting your feet on all terrains. It does mean though that it does come up slightly firm underfoot. Now you do have quite a large amount of foam in this midsole unit. It's only a small drop though. It's only a 10mm drop from heel to toe for these shoes, so they are quite flat, but they're not made for running. They are made for trail walking and also everyday lifestyle use. Overall, the addition of that ACS system and the plastic, like I've said, does make them a firmer ride underfoot, but I think it's an incredibly comfortable ride all round. I don't really want something that's going to be too squishy underneath my feet if I am going to take these on different terrains. You do want that extra stability and that extra support, and on top of that you've got this incredibly rugged outsole. You can see how deep the indentations are on the Contra Grip outsole for this shoe. It's going to offer incredible durability and they're going to be an incredibly long lasting shoe. These come with a 2-year warranty, so if any part of the sneaker breaks down within the 2 years, you can take it back and make a claim with Salomon. It's just, for me, overall, the amount of comfort you get, yes, it's very firm, but it does feel very supportive, and I wouldn't be buying a pair of sneakers like this to expect them to be incredibly cloud-like under feet, so I don't mind how firm they ride. And then on top of your foot, fit-wise, they're an absolute true fit for me. Lengthwise, I've got perfect length UK size 10 feet. I've got slightly wider than average feet, and I did feel a little bit of a pinch in the toe box, but to be honest, I liked that. I liked how they coated my foot all around, and I liked how they felt extra supportive and really comfortable and snug. If you did want to have a bit more room inside the foot, I would advise going half a size up. The foothold on these is quite small, but you can enlarge it because the tongue here does come down to here, and it is actually a built-in gulleted tongue system because it's got the GORE-TEX waterproof membrane in it that makes them fully waterproof. They've also gulleted just the tongue here, so it doesn't move any further than that, but that's just to make sure that there's as much waterproofness in this sneaker as possible. And you can see there's an incredibly large amount of padding around the heel unit as well, which overall makes the comfort for these incredible. I just think they feel really, really good on feet, and they feel like they're going to last absolute years. Now I want to move on to their weight, where I'm going to pop them on the scales. Tipping the scales at 398 grams. Normally, I would say anything above the 400 gram mark is considered a heavyweight sneaker, so it's definitely in that area. Anything below the 350 grams is considered lightweight. Anything below 300 grams is considered incredibly lightweight. So overall, for a pair of shoes that offers this much in terms of stability, durability, and comfort, don't forget it's got a full GORE-TEX membrane inside it, so it's fully waterproof, fully winterized. And with the amount of padding it's got as well, it's going to offer you great warmth in these winter months. So actually coming in at 398 is quite an achievement when you consider the amount of things they've got going on to make this an incredibly well-structured pair of sneakers. Now I want to move on to their breathability, where I pump the upper full of smoke to see how much escapes, and in essence to see how breathable they are. Normally, that type of result in a breathability test would really put me off a pair of sneakers. But don't forget, these are a fully winterized shoe. They've got a full GORE-TEX waterproof membrane inside. They're designed to keep your feet dry and warm and not let the breathability and the smoke escape, which in turn would let the water in. Now, the GORE-TEX membrane is said to be breathable, but I really don't think it's going to offer you that much breathability. So don't expect to be able to wear these in the spring and summer months and your feet not to get warm and hot, because they will, because they really do have zero breathability. But because these are really like the ultimate winter pair of shoes, that's exactly what you want from them, to keep your feet warm and dry. Now I want to move on to their price. Now these set me back £150, and I do think that's a very reasonable price for these sneakers because of, one, the current climate, all the prices are going up, and two, I just think what you're getting here is a shoe for life. Don't forget about that 2-year warranty. Don't forget you can wear these pretty much with anything. They're a great shoe to wear off-road, but also on-road and an everyday lifestyle sneaker. So overall, I just think you're getting the ultimate winter shoe, and for that reason, I can't give them any more than 5 stars. And that is purely because I've done some research, and I do think that this pair here from Salomon is possibly the best out there as an all-round sneaker that you could wear off-road, on-road, as a lifestyle shoe, but also gives you that extra protection with the GORE-TEX waterproof membrane, which you really want in the winter. I've got my own pair of GORE-TEX sneakers that I wear throughout the winter, just because when I'm going out, I don't want to have to worry about getting wet feet, and also I do like that little bit of extra warmth in those colder months. So overall, I just think they're an absolutely great shoe. Now, if you've liked what you've seen today, please do not forget to give the video a thumbs up right before you leave, drop in the comments. Hopefully I'll get rid of this cold before the next video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.